So I thought I would do a blowout, you know. I want to prep this head. I'm going to be doing this look. And one of the members in Updo system asked for this look, help with this look, and I'm going to work with her tonight one-on-one over Zoom. But I thought as I prep her head for working on it tonight, I'm going to show you what I do. So I'm going to just explain a little bit on the science behind what makes a curl stay in. What makes hair change is the hydrogen bonds in the hair either need heat or water to change them. And obviously that's why when we do an updo, we put the anti-humectant on and all of that. So she's wet. I'm going to blow her out first with the vent brush, and I am going to lift and get her roots dried as vertical as I can, because if I can dry them vertical, the hydrogen bonds will reform in that shape and there'll be more pop. When you look at a photo like this and you can see why is it popping, it's popping. It's not a flat braid, it's pinched and pulled, but there's tease in here and there's fullness. So, all right, I'm gonna get to blow drying. Forgot to tell you products. So in her hair, I put in a medium hold mousse with a couple of squirts of serum because I wanted slipperiness, I wanted some hold, and her hair is a little bit on the coarse side. Okay. Only concerned with this much of the hair. I don't care what's going on up here yet. That doesn't concern me. So this is dried in the opposite. You can see how it lifting up, and then now I can go in and straighten out with the round brush. I'm going to take a little bit more moisture out. So I'm going to go in and section, and I think what's important, guys, if you're doing a special event blowout, it's so important that in your mind it's not just a haircut blowout, it's a special event blowout. So to really take your time, and I don't mean go slow, I mean like make it precision, so that she knows this is not a blowout she gets after a haircut. This is a special event blowout. And that's what I mean when I talk about making it an experience for the client, so that you take the time to section and really get a magnificent blowout in there. And then you can charge for it, because then they'll think, well, why is my wedding blowout more than my regular blowout or my haircut blowout? Because it's a special event blowout, and it's different. It's very different because you are really working the hair. All right, so I'm going to go in with my 100% boar bristle round brush. I'm not a huge product dropper name or tool dropper name. I'm a technique person. So any boar bristle brush that you love, I've had these for years. When you invest in good ones, they last. I'm going to switch to this one, and I'm going to show you and get a little bit more curl with this one. pieces where you're going to do your, you know, stuff like that, you're going to get a lot of a more beautiful look, because you've got it blown out, and there's just more movement. And again, it's going to notch your expertise to a higher level. Your updos are going to be full and shiny and beautiful. And then just a light pull. Let's look at the sectioning system. So we took section 1 going in to section 2 to give us this section piece here. So there's like a braid in here, but then the edges are brought in. So this is not just one section. This is actually one section from 1 down to 2, and then there's the fringe area that's kind of brought in piece by piece. And then section 4 is the crown, and we'll take a similar section on the other side to this one. So this is the other side, and you can see the beautiful volume and smoothness I got with the crimping tool and then dragging the crimp. Now I've gone in, let's section off. Section 1 would be the braid that comes around from the front, and 2 right here behind the ear. I have some padding ready, which is just the Krylon hair stuffed inside a section of a donut that's been cut. This way I can custom make all of my padding to the exact size that I want. So I'm not stuck with too big of a donut or too small of a donut. I can make it really on the go. It's super quick and easy. So I've gone in, and you can see my sections where I held the hair up and teased and did it in a kind of a bricklayering pattern. So we've got a piece there, then a piece here, and spreading across the back of the crown. When you look at this piece, it's going across. So in this area, that's the same as that piece. I took my teasing sections vertically so that when I go to comb and bring that piece back, the roots are going to go in the same direction as that section in the photo. So when we go through Updo system, it's a thinking through. It's a sectioning model, but it's also a thinking system, and it helps you to get your direction. And so we'll do the same on this side. I'm going to leave a little veil out, and we'll do the same teasing vertically on this side. So when I bring it back, it's going in the right direction. So you can see I'm kind of building the style in the prep as I'm sectioning. So everything is leading me to the finished look. Everything is purposeful and has a reason, and that helps you to remember the next time. and it'll teach you how to break down every photo. So I'm going to start working section 4 in the crown to mimic this design. In order to get that fullness, I'm coming off on an angle. Right now I'm looking at how this is going, and then this one is underneath it, and then this one is over it. Since her side part is here, then I kind of split the difference right in front of the part, and I'm going to go this way, then this way, then this way. I just want to make sure that when I go to pin this down, I'm not pinning down any hair that I need. I'm kind of finding a place for it so that when I bring that one over, there's a place for that as well. So I'm splitting here. I'm getting my first crown piece, holding it lightly. Just pinching off this top layer. And if you want to spray, I mean, if this was a real client, I would spray that at this time. To really get it clean, you want to spray before you pin it down. And kind of see where the bottom part starts and where the crown ends, and make my decision about where I'm going to add another piece. And I'm going to add another piece. We'll just take a hairpin, some of these long hairpins, and you just hold it right up where you want it to be. And that'll just give the hair some memory as it's just kind of hanging out there. This main piece This could be a braid, it could be a fishtail, it could be, you know, but we're going to try to duplicate the photo here. Pull out my pieces that I see that are kind of in the photo. Get number 5 out of the way. And I'm going to start up here in the front, just working with the client, making sure she's happy with what's going on. Make sure this is nice and full the way she likes it, and pin that into place. Gonna take a couple more sections. Just gonna do a little twist, a little bit more pulling. Pin that into place. Going for the fullness as I'm building here. Kind of working my way around, so I'm going a little bit wider now as I come down the head shape. Checking in with the client. How does this feel? Now, I need to make a decision about this piece right here. Do I want to pin that piece up now, or do I want to get the back up, which I think I do, and I'll kind of tuck that one in later. So I'm seeing that as being this piece here. Leave out her fringe. Working with the client, she might want a little bit of fullness here. Just checking in with her. I'm going to let that fullness pop right there. It's going to come around. Do a double. Whatever you feel like doing, really, that's going to give you the texture that you're seeing, that you want to duplicate. Because you don't have this one showing on the on the other side. So I'm going to go in here a little bit and pin it. Again, I'll save that piece just like I saved that on that side, and let's get some bulk down in here. What I want to do is pretty much where this hole is. I'm gonna fill that hole, in a sense, with the padding. And there are a lot of different ways to get this back in. You just kind of decide which way you want to do yours. That's why in the Updo system, in the Xingyang section, I show you 8 different ways to do a Xingyang, because there are all different ways, and whatever is going to work with the hair that you're dealing with. I just made like a self-padding little pin cushion. This is also a good time to use some of these longer bobby pins. That feels good to me. Maybe see that corner's a little loose. No right or wrong. Just keep on going. I want to make the absolute most I can out of all this hair to hide this, because there's not a whole lot of hair here to bring back. Just kind of pulling from underneath too, just to fatten this up, because these layers are the tips and the ends there, so I don't have a whole lot of pulling I can do on this top layer, because there's layers. So I'm just fanning that out. Securing it with hairpins for now. And I can go in with one bobby pin right here. Got good coverage there. We still have this that's coming back. There's a lot of breakage on this head here, and you'll have to deal with whatever shows up in your client's hair. Getting some of that separation. This is hard, guys. This is like you're dealing with the client, you're dealing with the timeline, you're dealing with the buzz of the salon, you're dealing with personalities. This takes like nerves of steel. And you have to exercise those nerves. And we know that athletes exercise. And we're no different. We exercise this. There's never going to be a day that this is easy. So now I'm going to work on this last piece. Actually, I'm going to leave that down. I want to concentrate on getting this pad covered and as much of the fullness back here as I can. I'm holding my hands where it is I want to go. So I'm holding it up, right? I'm holding it up. So I'm getting the look. I'm holding it right where I want it to be. I got to make sure I connect down here. And you just think about where you want to bring it. I think I can bring it
right up underneath in there. And every time you do this, guys, it's going to be a little different because every head and every person is different, but you have got the overall gist of it. So I'm just going to fan this out. She is like just about the shortest hair that this will work with. I'm going to undo that because I'm seeing that there could possibly be a hole there that I'm going to have to deal with. Can't rely on that to cover that. So before I bring it back, I'm going to take care of it. Where I want to go, and I see there's a hairpin right there. Just going to pop that out so I can go in where I want to go. Want a just make your curl really long, and then you won't have too much curl.